I could. This thing on?
Yes, it's on.
Is it on? Is it on?
Yeah, I've got all this on tape now.
I better be careful with that, because if I get one of those Iris phones, somebody will take that and break into my phone using that.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so for those of you who are joining us, you missed the first 10 minutes of the interview because John forgot to do it. So I'm going to recap it for you. We talked about why I like unicorns. Unicorns are like sticking somebody the bird because I wasn't allowed to make political posts. I'm really funny and I'm awesome. And so this is going to be a great interview all about sales copy. And no, I didn't just get out of prison. Did I sum it up for everybody?
Summed it up very well.
I think Mike Koenigs is one of the most inspirational people I've ever seen. He's genuine and sincere.
The tools that Mike has brought to me have allowed me to revolutionize my business.
Mike Koenigs really has this special talent or gift to inspire people.
He has a vision for helping 1 million people to become millionaire entrepreneurs. That's going to change the whole world.
So today, I'm here to share with you, introduce to you a gentleman who's a dear friend of mine. He's helped me set up my studio and really helped me get going. He's been a dear friend, but more importantly, he's been a consultant to some of the biggest companies in the world. Here's a guy that started literally from nothing, but back in the early days of the web, back in 1991, most people forget, 1989 is when the World Wide Web really was created. So within a few years, he was already the guy that was, writing some of the first CD-ROMs games, that were out there. Did some of the first Mac games that existed for Macintosh. Went out and became the person that really, when the movie industry, was the guy that set up all those initial websites for Sony and for Columbia TriStar and for Fox. Was a guy that's, managed or helped some of the largest business in the world, 3M, Domino's Pizza. But he's also shown people how to get started from nothing. And I know that's what he's probably most proud of.
Mike started his first business at 16, writing software. At 18, he became a computer programmer. Today, Mike's a millionaire.
We're going to tell you how to get off the grid the way the celebrities do. Mike Koenigs is here today. He's a film director, and he's put together this documentary called Life with Tesla.
Earning over $44 million online and helping more than 45,000 customers in 60 countries, Mike has influenced and helped people from around the entire globe, helping them start, build, grow, and reinvent themselves and their businesses, becoming experts, authorities, best-selling authors, and celebrities. He's interviewed and consulted with billionaires, celebrities, and people from all over the world on how to influence, entertain, build, and grow engaged audiences. For years, Mike has been bringing celebrity-level marketing tools and resources to empower startup entrepreneurs and businesses all over the world to do business with anyone using his You Everywhere Now system, helping anyone with a message or business to get seen, heard, found, watched, listened to, and read anytime, anywhere, and on any device, leveraging the largest networks in the world, including Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and every social network imaginable to build an engaged following and brand. With a click of a button, anyone can do business with over half of the human race, and Mike's tools and trainings make that possible. Mike built and sold his last 2 businesses to publicly traded companies. His most recent exit was selling Traffic Geyser and Instant Customer in October 2014. Mike's first company, the Digital Cafe Agency, was sold to the publicly traded Interpublic Group in 1999. After 30 years as a serial entrepreneur, today Mike is a 10-time best-selling author, international top-rated speaker, consultant, coach, angel investor, host of his own TV talk show, The Mike Koenigs Show, and he's also a philanthropist who's raised over $2.3 million for the Just Like My Child Foundation, an organization that supports an African community of over 600,000 people in Uganda and Senegal.
So I want to introduce to you Mike Koenigs, my dear friend. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tony. Hi, this is Mike Koenigs, and I want to talk to you today about how you can build an online business.
Okay, welcome to the Evolvepreneur Summit kickoff party or Q&A session. Yeah, today the idea is to tell you a little bit about how the summit's going to work and all the prizes and on the speakers, and give you a bit of background and information. You can ask questions. So we're going to have a PowerPoint presentation just to give you some ideas, but the idea is to give you some information about how it will operate and any questions you might have along the way. So just going to get things underway. Okay, it should see me in the bottom of the screen. It should be able to see me PowerPoint slides. Let me know if you can see the slides okay. Okay. So welcome to the Virtual Summit. I'm your host for the summit. I've interviewed 19 speakers over the last couple of months, and basically it's been an interesting ride, to tell you, and I learned quite a lot of things. So hopefully you'll learn a lot out of it as well. Just let's start off with our sponsors. Webinar Jam, which is what we're using to do the entire summit on, except one interview which we did live, one face-to-face, but apart from that, all the other 18 other interviews were done over Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam is going to provide us a prize draw of one Webinar Jam and one Everware webinar for 12 months, as well as some 60-day trials. And My Book Table, which is another one of our speakers, Thomas, he's going to give us 20% off his plugin. Hubstaff, which is another one of our speakers, that's Dave, will give us 60 days free trial of his software. And Business Apps will give 10% off any reseller offers as well. We probably should have some mobile offers along the way. If you've got any questions as you go, just pop them in chat. So today's agenda, first up, we're going to talk about how the summit works. What's the goal of the summit? Who are the speakers? Talk about the $4,000 prize draws. The difference between a day pass and an all pass ticket. The summit agenda and how you get access to that. And the live hot seats, which are on later on during the week, which you're welcome to attend and ask some questions. And we'll probably even ask you to put some in advance. And we have the live closing webinar, which is Friday in USA and Saturday morning in Australia. And we'll actually do the prize draw then. And we'll have some general Q&A at the end. So let's get started. A little bit about me. I'm the CEO and founder of Evolvepreneur Club, and I'm a full-time #1 best-selling author. And I've been involved in marketing, banking, and business management for over nearly 27 years now. We built a following of about 30,000 followers in various social media platforms, and the key message is to motivate entrepreneurs to massively be successful. So that's part of the reason for bringing out the Evolvepreneur Club. So how does the summit work? Basically, it's totally virtual and online, so you can basically do it from the luxury of your house, your office, or wherever else you might be. And it's hosted on our Evolvepreneur Club platform, so basically you do need to be a free member at least to actually access the information, otherwise you won't be able to get in because it's not for the general public. And every day we will actually release the sessions until Friday. So tomorrow morning, USA time, about 9 o'clock, we'll release the actual first day's sessions, which is probably about 13 hours from now, roughly. You will need to log into the Evolvepreneur Club to access the system, and obviously once you've joined up and get your ticket, you'll get an invite for that. And each session will come online about, like I said, about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about approximately a day behind an AU. Good fun for the whole time zones. Okay, what's the goal of the summit? To educate and inspire you, to help you get some ideas about how you can grow your business, and some of the nuggets that come along the way. I mean, basically, when you have an all-pass ticket, you'll get all the action guides, but the amount of information that these speakers have actually given up and just the pure strategies that they do is quite amazing. So it also helps them gain insights to how they think. So a lot of times we've asked the entrepreneurs how they got to where they got to be, what do they do on a daily basis, what they're focusing on. And it's very interesting when you start talking about what they focus on as opposed to what a startup entrepreneur focuses on. And provide some handy tools and software along the way, like Webinar Jam and a few other specials that we have. And also provide some ongoing assistance in the Facebook group and the Evolvepreneur platform for people who've come along and want to continue their journey. So who are the speakers? We sat here all day. We'll be here all day talking about them. But basically, Andrew will talk about how he grew his business to be the #1 app builder in the world. Andy, this is all in alphabetical order, so there's no favourites being played here. Andy will talk about how Facebook Live can grow your business and how to create new products using Facebook Live. Anutsa talks about her 5-star entrepreneur strategy, which is all about stress and anger management to do with how she operates her business. Chris J. Reed is one of the most viewed profiles of LinkedIn in the world. Talks about how to become a thought leader on LinkedIn. The next round of speakers is Dave, who's actually creates a software program that actually takes screenshots and takes activity tracking. We've used it for quite some time. But basically, he wasn't the technical person in the business, so he actually was a marketer and the salesperson, so he talks about how he did that. Everett talks about how to leverage and create mastermind groups and how he's done successfully created his own groups and joined some quite nice groups as well. Gina will talk about a little bit more on the personal level. Are you good enough? That's something a lot of entrepreneurs focus on. Are they good enough to do it, and pulling the plug? And we talk about that a lot with our clients. Graham Hawkins has introduced a new product called Sales Tribe, and he talks about how the traditional salesperson is basically dying or in slow death, and what the future holds for the traditional salesperson. Jane Jackson, she's a career coach, quite an amazing woman. She's done some pretty incredible things in her life. And Jane talks about her wealth of experience and how she actually wished she knew a lot of this information when she was a lot younger. Jill Brennan talks about the 5 building blocks of marketing, and she's got an interesting tip on how to get your profile photo and how to figure out which one's the best one, as opposed to just asking your friends. Jim Edwards, this was a fantastic session with Jim. We set it up a couple of months ago, and Jim talks about why you're the best copywriter you ever hired, because a lot of people think that they can spend thousands of dollars and get a copywriter and then come back with a draft document that's not much better than they could write. So Jim talks about strategies around that's really great information in Jim's session. John McCabe talks about how he basically produced a 5-day-a-week show and created over 100 days, and how you can actually create authority doing that. And really, with his strategy, it's something like 1 hour a week. It's quite amazing stuff. Basically, Kelly Roach is quite an amazing woman. She's been through a lot. She started off with a very large family and pretty poor, and she's basically one of the most successful coaches around. And she talks about how she wrote a book and podcast and how she's grown a business. Kyle, who's our Webinar Jam business director, he's basically offering all the prizes, and he talks about how to run a successful webinar. Michael Griffiths is a bit of a latecomer to the thing. He basically contacted me like a day before we closed. But basically he talks about referral marketing, and one of the key takeaways there was he says that you don't go and ask your existing customers for referrals. So that's quite amazing how he does that, and very structured way of kind of figuring out how to get referral business without really going and asking existing customers for it, which is a good start. Mike has a friend and associate we've had for some time. He talks about the millionaire's marketing mindset and a lot of other stuff about how Mike got to where he got to, which is quite amazing. He creates $1 million launches, and the way he sort of approaches is quite amazing. But there's more. Thomas, who actually did 2 sessions for us, he used one about Kickstarter, how to create your business, and also how to create an author website that is very different to what you normally expect. Tony Eads talks about his small business digital marketing game plan and how digital marketing has changed over the last few years. And Tony talks in a lot of presentations and areas on that sort of subject. And he's also a HubSpot certified, so it's quite good about content marketing. And lastly, Victoria, who talks about Facebook ads and how she focused her business on one particular product, which is pretty hard for a lot of entrepreneurs to do. So a little bit about the $4,000 prize draw, which is US $4,000. So if you're in Australia, it's a little bit more money. And there's the short link to actually get access to that. Basically, what we're holding is we're offering up to 8 prizes. So it's not you're not going to win $4,000 all up. Each prize is worth an individual amount. We'll draw each prize out and then assign a winner to each of those prizes. So basically, a couple of 12 months copies of Webinar Jam and Ever Webinar. The referral blueprint, which comes from Michael, which is basically his whole structure. And when you see his presentation, you understand what it means. Lifetime membership to Relationship Bridge is Gina Gardner's product. We were very heavily involved in the creation of that product. It's really great. There's a LinkedIn Masterclass product from Chris, which is currently in production, so you get access to that. $97 an absolute steal. We'll probably raise that price pretty quickly after launch. We'll also give you a mobile app, which is basically designed for you and hosted for 12 months. So you basically have no cost. It's usually at least $2,000. Probably charge even more for that on most occasions. Lifetime membership to the Evolvepreneur, which is currently valued at $397. And a lucky winner will also get an all-pass ticket, which is basically valued at currently about $197. German problem. Too soon. Old, too late, smart. Pretty cool, Ben. I just had to read that twice. Okay. Now, if you share, you'll get extra draws in the actual prize, and all pass ticket holders also get an extra 50 chances. However, you do need to register so we can actually add those extra chances on your system. So make sure you register it, and then basically you send in your receipt and we'll add you. So as I said, we'll randomly draw 8 winners and advise the winners of the prizes. We'll do that on the last closing session. We may have some other surprises along the way. If you show up for that, we'll let you know along the way. So what's the difference between a day pass and an all pass? We try to make this as clear as possible so that I could actually remember it as well. So a day pass ticket only allows 24 access to the speakers in that day. So for example, tomorrow, there will be 24 hours access to the first round of presentation, which I think are 5 presentations. At the end of that period, that area will be closed off and we'll move on to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as it goes through. However, if you've got a all-pass ticket, you basically have lifetime and on-demand access to all the sessions. So as each session is released, you'll get access to them, and then you can go back and listen to anything you like. You also get bonus action guides and transcriptions, which basically means that we've actually transcribed the entire what they've said, and we'll put them in action guides for you so that you can either read the cliff notes or you can basically read every word that was said. You also get MP3 audio versions of the actual presentations, access to a private Facebook group, which is also has got a lot of the speakers in there, so obviously some ongoing coaching and advice. You also can have a private Q&A with me, which is worth 30 minutes, and that's basically, you can book that any time after the summit. Probably not during the summit. I think block my diary out this week anyway. And basically what will happen at the moment is the all-pass tickets will go up in the next 12 hours because we only allowed the early bird special up to the point that the summit starts. After that, it won't be available. So that's the shortcut to get there. But basically, if you want to get that, you need to get that in the next 12 hours or so. So the summit agenda, which is something that's pretty important to know what's going on when it's going on. So when you're in the Evolvepreneur section, all you need to basically do is click on courses and choose whichever ticket you've got. So in this case, if you've got the free ticket, click on that, and then you'll see the summit agenda come up down the bottom there, day by day. And then simply just click on that, and that'll give you all the actual links and the actual when they're on. So that way you can actually set yourself a target. If you don't want to take the all pass, well, obviously you'll need to sort of schedule a bit of time and who you want to watch. So the live hot seats webinar on Thursday at 3 p.m. That's USA time, so Eastern Standard Time. I think it's 9 a.m. on Friday morning in Australia. We'll have several speakers be available online to answer any questions you might have. So obviously come prepared with some questions, but you do need to register to actually get that get access to that webinar, and that's actually on obviously the page that you're looking at the summit. Otherwise, you won't get any advice and you won't be able to know when you come on. We will put those webinars back up into the membership area for the All Pass members, so obviously they can view them later if they can't make it. So the live closing webinar, which is on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or it's 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, will wrap up any special offers, draw the prize winners, and you also need to register for that as well. And again, we'll put that up in the actual All Pass member area permanently for them as well. Oops, too fast. So what we can do at the moment is we can we can start with some questions that people might have and cover anything that I haven't covered on the actual presentation or anything else you need to know. That's basically what we're here for now. There's a couple of links that we pushed through before, so that's your All Pass ticket. And you can access that page, and there's all extra information about how that All Pass ticket works. And if you want to share and win, basically just go to that page and register. And what will happen is it'll pop up a screen where you can actually click on social media links and share. So each time you share, it counts as an actual entry into the prize draw. So I'll just see if anybody's got any questions, and we'll see from there. There's sometimes a little bit of a delay on the screen, so. Quite a few people also ask, how can I access it on a mobile phone? And actually, there's two ways of doing that. Obviously, if you just go to the site itself, the evolvepreneur.club site. But we've also got an Evolvepreneur mobile app where you can actually have it all in one place. So that incorporates the podcast and anything else we put up there. So there's quite a lot of content sitting in the Evolvepreneur app. All you have to really do is search it on the Apple Store or the Android Store, and then from there you can just download it. So, and then you can log into the Evolvepreneur platform permanently be able to access it straight on your mobile phone. Great for something if you want to quickly listen to a podcast or something. Can't remember the podcast channel. So it's a great way to kind of do it. Too soon, old, too late, smart. Yeah, think about that. Yes, Andrew. As a lifetime premium member, do we have access to the day pass and all pass? If you join with there's a lifetime offer available for Evolvepreneur members. The ones that joined up, and we still left that up there. So if you check in the membership area, you'll notice there's a lifetime access. We're going to take that away after the summit. Probably should have taken it away earlier than that, but I've left it up there at the moment. So what that means is you get free ticket to the All Pass. So if you go and choose that one, you don't have to pay for your All Pass ticket at all, and you get lifetime access. If you already currently got lifetime access, I think Ben has, I'm not sure, to double check, but if you already got lifetime access, then you get access to the All Pass automatically for free. So if you haven't got access, let us know. We'll double check that to make sure that you've been assigned. If not, we'll send you an email. So I'll just double check on that for you, Ben. So I'm just going to put some links up for you. I understand, and get what I mean then, Ben. But as a matter of interest, with the lifetime offer, which we're going to take away, typically it's going to be the $17 or $37 a month for the Evolvepreneur platform. We put up a special offer just for some early adopters, which is just a once-off price, which basically means that you don't have to ever pay a monthly fee and you've got lifetime access. And the concept behind it is if you've got a premium membership, then pretty much all the courses that come up that we do are free. There are some courses which are specialised courses which may have an extra charge for, but you always will get a discount at least. So the idea is that really you've got access to anything we create along the way, and you don't have to worry about paying the ongoing fees. But once the platform's released, which is basically during the summit, we want to take that to a revenue model where we're charging monthly for it. So if there's any other questions here, maybe I pretty much thought it all out. It's not rocket science really. You basically sign up and click on whatever link you want in terms of whatever sessions you want. I would recommend that you try and watch as many sessions as possible. There are some real great sessions from people that we probably didn't expect initially the subject matter wasn't broad enough, but they basically added so much extra value to it. So it's quite amazing. Yeah, Ben, you did great. Wonderful. So I'll make sure you got that ticket after I get off here. I'll check and make sure you've actually been assigned. Now, one of the things that you can do also is there's an Evolvepreneur Facebook group which you can join, as well as if you become an All Pass member, there's a special Facebook group for those members as well. And the Evolvepreneur group. Should just be Evolvepreneur after that. So if you just search it in Facebook, or if you check on the actual site, you'll be able to see an Evolve Club. There's an actual link to it, and we should put the feeds through in terms of the platform as well for you to be able to see. So I'll just wait and see if you've got any other questions, and we can take it from there. Okay. Well, basically, I think we've pretty much covered it all. As I said, this will be available in replay. So if you do forget anything, or you want to check on something I've said, then it's quite welcome to come back and have a look again. Apart from that, I wish you luck on the summit and hope that you get some value out of it. And it took about 4 or 5 months to actually create all this. So I think next time we'll probably allow myself 6 months to do it. But it was a great experience, and I learned a hell of a lot just myself. So I figured nobody else even watches that I've learned something. So thank you very much for coming. I'll just give you another couple of seconds to see if anybody's else got any questions. Otherwise, we'll close up for the day, and you can get on with your Monday, your Sunday night, depending where you are. Okay, I look forward to seeing the summit, and please at least join up on the share and win, because there's no reason why you can't win a prize. With 8 chances, it's pretty good chances. At the end of the day, it's probably a few thousand people coming, but at least you'll have a great chance of winning. So talk to you later. See you, bye.
Sarah is an author who wants to focus her energy on writing. She also wants an easy way to sell her books online. She added links on her website, but no one came. In other words, Sarah's books weren't selling. So Sarah added the My Book Table WordPress plugin to her website. With a few simple clicks, she added her books to her site with buy buttons from stores like Amazon and Barnes & Noble. My Book Table's advanced search engine optimization helped Sarah's books rank #1 on Google, and its affiliate integration helped her make extra money on every sale. Now, every time someone searches for her book, Sarah has a chance to get paid twice, once from her publisher and once from Amazon's affiliate program. With My Book Table, Sarah has more time to do what she really loves, writing. She also has more money, which is nice too. Let My Book Table do the selling for you. Check it out at mybooktable.com and get the power of a bookstore without the complexity. My Book Table. Simple, search optimized, and affiliate compatible.
Though, while the government continues its push for more jobs in rural parts of the country, some career experts are now warning a tree change can sometimes hinder your career opportunities. Well, this raises the question, is it possible to have a strong career if indeed you do move to the country? And which industries specifically should actually avoid it? Well, let's drill down to the somewhat with Jane Jackson, career management coach, and Nigel Collin, a small business specialist. Let's get to grips with where you're both coming at from on this debate, because it's important just to sort of put some markers down first. Jane, from a city perspective, what informs your views here on this? Who are you typically advising?
A lot of my clients actually are remote, and even though I'm based in the city and I have a fair number of clients within Sydney as a city, I have so many clients that are remote, and I've structured my business in such that I work via Skype, via Zoom, via GoToWebinar, and it works very, very well. And it doesn't actually matter where anyone is based anymore. I have some clients who actually have gone to remote areas, have thought, what can I do? And they're not sure of, what their employment prospects, but they can structure their business so that they can work virtually very easily.
Nigel, are you quite as sanguine about that? Because you've made the shift yourself.